How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to more Katawa Shoujo. I really need to stop saying in the previous part, but so I don't know. I completely forgot what happened since Saturday. I think that's when I recorded it. So I don't know what happened on Saturday. So and I just woke up too. So this is kind of terrible. I will sound really tired. So let me just load up the previous part where I saved, I guess. So let's continue. And why is it loud? Hold up. There you go. Fortunately, the rest of the day goes more smoothly, and after classes are over, I head to meet with Shizune again. Oh yeah, we were working on that stalls, and then you started you started siding towards Shizune, alright. And behind the school, I catch her leaning against a completed stand with parts of it still flacked with bits of paper and tape, remnants of signs from the last time it was used. Absent-mindedly spinning a nail in her hand, she hasn't noticed me yet. There. I really need to get new headphones too, because it sounds like I'm muffled in my whenever I talk. The temptation to sneak on her is unbearable. Years of watching foreign wildlife documentaries have prepared me for this. I'm downwind conditions are flavorable. Oh my god. I am seeing different words. Conditions are favorable. However, the more I think about it, the more it seems like a bad idea. Yeah, you don't do that to people. You're just gonna hurt someone. If I get caught halfway, I'll look like an idiot, and if she doesn't know it's me, I could end up with an injury. Either way, I'll also look a little insensitive, so it would probably be best not to try anything funny, as disappointing as it is. I walk in front of her and startling her a little. Why? How do you get startled if you walk up to the person like, hey, how you doing? And then they get startled like, oh, Jesus. Why so surprised? Did I catch you slacking off? No, I was taking a break, okay? You don't look like you even broke a sweat. That's some break there, President. Mr. Student Council. Kinda reminds me of freaking Kill la Kill. Oh my god. I have to say that's a really good anime. Yeah. Shizune's eyes dart back and forth momentarily, and I think I've managed to fluster her. There's exasperation on her face, and a little tension as well. But she can't back down. That would be unthinkable of her. Her fingers dance across each other impatiently. You're acting competitive today. Why are you trying to get my blood boiling? Do you want to make it a contest? We'll race to see who can construct the most stalls by sundown? Okay, that's a bad idea. No. I'm teasing you. That's okay. It's not a real student council if you can't tease the student council president a little. You agree, don't you? That isn't in the student council charter, so it isn't true. There's no charter. At least I don't think there is. The only thing they pledge loyalty to are a stack of takeout menus. That happened? What? Wait, when did that happen? Anyway, it's good that you're finally here, even if you could have been earlier. Pick up a hammer and we'll resume where we left off. As we work assembling stalls again, I slowly realized that it's really much less work than I would have expected. In fact, according to Shizune, we would be done by the end of the day with a little luck. Luck is not on your side when it comes to this dude. The last time I did something like this for them, it took her, Misha, and myself almost 4 days to do it. It can't be just my imagination. You know, this doesn't seem like that much work. Oh my god. You just spoke with you. Hey, I threw my posters that just stayed up. Okay. Because of this, that answer leaves me wanting a little more. Knowing that it isn't the best, Shizune puts down her hammer to elaborate. It would be impossible for 2 people to do that much work in less than a week. The truth is that I don't dismantle half the stalls. I just store them someplace else. Actually, more like I hide them in plain sight. Wait, what? waggles a finger mischievously. She hides it inside her room. But that's a secret, and it's not proper to reveal the tricks of the trade. You're not a magician. Winking, she's not winking in this picture. She takes out 2 plastic containers from her bag, then puts them down on a nearby board before raising her hands like that as if to say, "Ta-da! I made lunch today for both of us." See, you're spending time with her. Sooner or later, you're gonna meet the parents, maybe. Actually, wait. I don't know if she has a brother. I'm not sure about the parents. I hope her dad doesn't look exactly like her. That'd be really weird. You can have this one. The food shifted into my bag and some of it is mixed together. Wow. She hands me one of the containers. I open it. It looks delicious, if a little simple. She hands me a pair of chopsticks as if she had just remembered to, and I eat what looks like grilled beef. It's very tasty. You don't like your food touching other food? I do not. She wants to be sophisticated. You're very picky. Sometimes I mix my food on my own, but not always, and not everything. I don't like it when it's done for me. What is important is the choice. She points decisively to emphasize it, and then breaks her chopsticks apart to eat her own meal. As I continue to eat, I notice 2 things. The first is that almost everything I'm eating besides the rice is fried. Even the vegetables are fried. This is what I get for eating early in the morning. Even the oh my god, I don't even know if I'm saying this right. Even the vegetables are fried. And there's so much meat. Does she eat this kind of stuff all the time? I wonder how she manages to stay so thin in spite of it. Wow. Putting fried food in the way. What happened in Emmy's past? You were like, fried food, and then you never touched it ever again. The second thing I noticed is that I can't talk to her while eating. Talking with your mouth full is a little rude anyway, but without my hands holding our chopsticks and bowls, communication between us is impossible. Just like yesterday. Shut up, train. Shut up. Even though we're spending time together. This is a really long train then. Even though we're spending time together, even though that was the dick move train. It was quiet and then it's blowing the horn again. What the hell? Even though it took the time to learn sign language, it feels like I'm talking to her less. Despite that, it also feels like I'm understanding her more. I hear the sound of something tapping against one of the stands and look up to see Lily standing off to my side, feeling her way around her with her cane. Hi. I narrowly catch myself before I can say, didn't see you there. Oh, that would have been dumb, you dumbass. I didn't see you there. Emphasize on see. Oh, Hisao, is that you? I thought I smelled something delicious cooking and wondered who it might be. What is she saying? It's hard to move my hands in parallel to saying, what the fuck? But in parallel to saying something completely different to Lily. This has to be why. Okay, I just heard humming. I was like, what the fuck's that? This has to be why Misha just signs everything all the time. A bit sillier, but it seems like it would be simplify things a lot. Shizune tensed her fingers delightedly at my translation, as if from hearing a joke. All of this food was cooked hours ago, but for someone as slow as yourself, who can't even turn in a piece of paper without being a week late, I guess your perception of time would have to be a little different. That's not very nice. Her arm crossed Lily's face in response to a reply to something that she didn't hear. Sorry, I just having a late lunch here. The student council president cooked everything. Is the student council president here right now? She's right here. I apologize, I didn't notice. Normally her level of presence is much higher. I was not aware that the student council serves lunch outdoors. Why wasn't I invited? Oh yeah, she's part of the student council. Whoops. I think that it is good to have enough free time to be able to do things like this, however. What is she saying? God damn it! Freaking, what is she? Every time, what is she saying? If I were to invite you anywhere, you would just show up late. but Shizune's words are outside of Lily's perception. A fact that is by the second increasingly maddening to her. Translate for me completely, please. God damn it. Look what you got yourself into. You're gonna be like, whoops, every single time. That polite phrasing, it's a shame she's essentially asking me to let her fully release the dogs of war. Still, I can't just do nothing. The feeling of being unable to even respond to be understood is so isolating. She would never forgive me. I'll just try to soften her words a little. Well, actually, this was all cooked a while ago. Really? That's nice. Turn over here. It's very disrespectful to not look at the person you're speaking to. That isn't the way a prime and proper lady should conduct herself. Half of what I'm saying is really what Shizune is saying. She doesn't like it when people don't look in her direction when she's trying to make a point. She's, to the right of my voice. Although in this case, I can understand why Lily wouldn't. This is a very awkward situation, and it's daunting being the sole conduit for dialogue between the two of them. You're like in the middle of between them, so you're pretty much fucked, dude. Truthfully, I had forgotten what happened last time they butted heads like this. Yeah, I remember that too. It's clear Shizune remembers that Lily is being pretty hostile herself in her own way. I'm sorry for such formalities slipped my mind completely. I forgot that the student council president is the type of person who would demand such respect and adherence to the rules at all times. I suppose student government requires you to keep a tight ship. A tight ship. I think that's a saying, but I don't want to go deep into what I think it says because it's going to be completely wrong, because when it comes to sayings, I'm terrible at them, literally. My sophomore teacher made us do like, oh, figure out what this saying means. So I go over to him, is this what it means? He's like, no, you're way off. I was like, what the fuck? Then again, she certainly has time of her own fun as well. So that must not be completely true. Student council is not a dictatorship, nor a zero-sum game. Shizune points at Lily with her finger out like the barrel of a gun and snaps her fingers explosively, causing her to flinch and become visibly upset. Is that so? Then that makes it more impressive that you have been a part of it for so long, playing it as though it were one. I admire the fact that you are so tenacious to manage it all. You must be so responsible as well. Not as much as I would like to be. I can't complain about yourself though, can you? You're never responsible. Yeah, that is, goddamn, you're very responsible. Actions like requesting a deadline to be extended and then running all the way through to the next deadline. That's the very model of responsibility. Shizune is happy to hear that, but apparently you're pretty responsible yourself, she says. God damn it. You're making it worse. Does she? Really? More or less. Lily doesn't seem very happy. We're not holding a cookout. We're just taking a little lunch break. We're actually out here building stalls for the festival. You wouldn't know since you never go outside. Did you run out of tea? Are you going into town shopping? God damn, you're gonna make it worse. No, as I said before, I was just passing by in case you did not hear. Wow, Hisao, you're really something. I would hate to interrupt the student council president. You're not doing anything now, but you must both be very busy. In any case, Hisao, I'm sure that the student council president will be able to find or make work for the both of you if she needs to. I'll devour you. What? Yeah, very busy. What? What? I'll devour you? Devour is a hard word. I'm pleased that I can read it. This isn't time to celebrate thought. Celebrate thought, not over that. I think that's though. I don't know. I thought. Instead, it looks like they might stop squabbling. I would drink to that. Have a nice day, Hisao. Goodbye, student council president. Thanks. You too. Stay classy. Stay classy! What the As soon as Lily leaves, Shizune dabs into the remains of her lunch as quickly as possible, as if each bite she shovels away is a means to forgetting any of this ever happened. When she is done, she heads right back to hammering with the same mindset. It's good that she's working off her frustration, but now it doesn't look like she is in any mood to talk anymore. Yeah, look what you've done. Think about what you've done and look at what you have done. Now, you need to think about it. Go in your corner and think about it because what the fuck?